2.
Hello dear viewers, this is George from Ireland and I'm in Antibes, France once again. So this video is about being a yachtie. As you'll see behind me, there are lots of yachts, including super yachts. These are very, very luxurious vessels that very wealthy people sail on just for pleasure. So some people own the yachts and sail in their own yacht. Other people charter the yachts, that's to say hire them for a week or two. So if you start off working on yachts, you'd often start off as a deckhand or a stewardess. Now, you could be a steward, but the people who do that job are overwhelmingly women, or stewardesses. Deckhands can be women, but in almost every case they're men. So you could be 18 and have no qualifications and do this. Not necessarily glamorous, but could be a lot of fun. You could be some very energetic, outgoing people. You'd be in a gorgeous part of the world, perhaps the Mediterranean, particularly in the summer, often the Caribbean in the winter. And it can be very good money. It can be £3,000 per month, no rent, no bills, don't even pay for any food. But you do have to work quite long hours, sometimes 7 days a week. If there are guests aboard the yacht, you might not be able to set foot on land for up to a month. When you do have time off, obviously you have money to burn, and you're in a fantastic part of the world to do all sorts of fun activities, jet skiing, whatever else. A lot of the bars and nightclubs around here will hold yachty parties. You can work your way up the chain of command if you get qualifications as a sailor. Obviously there's a captain who's in charge of the boat, first mate, something that's called that, vice captain, being an engineer or a sub-engineer, but they often rank the sailors from captain to first mate, second mate, third mate, and so forth. And obviously people are paid commensurate with their experience and the responsibility they have to take. So people can do lots of qualifications in seamanship to rise up the ranks. The captain and the engineer would usually be employed year-round. The deckhands and the stewardesses often employed for just the summer, just 4 months or so, do other jobs in the winter unless they happen to be able to work in the yacht season in the Caribbean, which is winter, which is something like November to February. So that's it. You see them, these super yachts, they can be well over 100 meters long. They're thought to cost at least £1 million per meter. If a yacht is particularly long, like over 60 meters, it's significantly more than £1 million per meter because the yachts get that much wider. So you have to share cabins. They can be quite pokey. I remember a first mate telling me he could only walk into his cabin sideways, have a small dining area, that's their only social space. They'll have a chef on board, there'll be superb food. Often you're not allowed to drink or indeed smoke at all when you're on the yacht if you're working on board it. But yeah, you can obviously go swimming when the guests aren't around and do all sorts of fantastic things. Even the training is quite fun. They've got to learn how to do various lifeboat drills just in case there were some disaster. So you need to do this when you're fairly young, start below the age of 30 certainly. But if you get to be a captain, you could even do it into your 60s. So that's it about being a yachtie. Thank you.